300 megawatts of carbon-free power from a reactor built in a factory. No pour-in-place concrete, no decade-long build. 5 steps turn that factory-made core into electricity. Here's why this matters now. U.S. data centers pulled 183 terawatt-hours in 2024, over 4% of the country's electricity, and that's projected to jump 133% to 426 terawatt-hours by 2030. So the 4 biggest AI firms committed to nearly 10 gigawatts of nuclear, enough for roughly 7 million homes. That power crunch is the whole reason. Start with what a small modular reactor actually is. A conventional reactor makes 1,000 megawatts or more, custom poured on-site over years. A small modular reactor makes about 300 megawatts or less. Here's step 1. Instead of building it at the site, you build the core and its parts on a factory production line. Same idea as cars. When every unit comes off the same line, you standardize the design, cut the cost, and move faster. That factory line is the core innovation, the reason a reactor stops being a one-off mega project. But a finished core in a factory is useless. So step 2 is shipping. The factory-assembled parts ride to the site on trucks or rail, then crews bolt them together. No bespoke on-site construction like a giant conventional plant needs. And because each unit is a standard module, you don't build one huge reactor. You add units. Need more power later. Ship another module and bolt it on. That word, modular, is the M in small modular reactor. It means capacity scales like Lego bricks, one 300 megawatt block at a time, instead of betting everything on a single enormous build. Now the module is bolted down. What makes the heat? Step 3 is fission. Inside the sealed unit, atoms of fuel are split apart, and splitting an atom releases a burst of energy as heat. Do it billions of times a second in a controlled chain, and the core runs blistering hot. Here's the part people miss. This is the exact same physics as a full-size nuclear plant. Nothing exotic. The small modular reactor just packages that proven reaction inside a smaller factory-sealed shell. The reactor is smaller. The atom is not. So if the heat is identical, how does heat become electricity? Step 4 turns that heat into power, and it's almost old-fashioned. A liquid coolant flows past the hot core, carries the heat away, and boils water into steam. The steam blasts through a turbine and spins it. The spinning turbine drives a generator, and the generator makes electricity. Heat, steam, spin, current. Some designs add a clever twist. Meta committed to fund terapower natrium reactors that pair the core with a tank of molten salt. They stash heat there when demand is low, then release it to boost output when the grid spikes, like a battery made of hot salt. The reactor becomes a dial, not just a switch. Step 5. Get the power where it's needed, onto the grid or straight into a customer's data center. This is where the deals come in. In October 2024, Google signed the first corporate agreement to buy nuclear from small modular reactors. Up to 500 megawatts from Kairos Power, first reactor targeted for 2030. And it's not only new reactors. In June 2025, Amazon locked in 1,920 megawatts of firm nuclear from Talen's existing Susquehanna plant to run a WS, on a contract running through 2042. Different approaches, same goal. Always on, carbon-free electricity feeding the machines that never sleep. So there's the whole machine. Factory build the core, ship and bolt it together, split atoms for heat, turn that heat into steam and then electricity, and deliver 300 megawatts of carbon-free power. Every step is real physics. But here's the catch that resolves the whole thing. Skeptics point out there are currently no small modular reactor projects under construction in the US. The timelines keep slipping, from a 2020 promise of 5 to 7 years out to 2031 now. The reaction works. The factory line works on paper. The build-out, though, is still a promise waiting on its first pour. Why bet billions on a promise? Because a factory line that works could outbuild everything else. Subscribe and next we'll open the grid itself. This is information, not financial advice. Do your own research.